welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast, a podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Honor Podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch, and today's episode is episode 138. I'm a little under the weather, a little sick today, as you might be able to hear. So I'm going to work my best through this, and I hope to be cured by the weekend. My daughter had what we thought was seasonal allergies over the weekend into Monday, and ended up they were not seasonal allergies. It happened to be a little bit of a cold, and sharing is caring, and we've taught our daughters to share. So graciously, those germs were shared with the rest of us, and everyone except my wife has a little bit of a cold now. I'm on the downside of it, so almost done. So that's good. Good news. One thing I'm using to help get through this is a little bit of Strikeforce Energy. Now, they're not an official sponsor of the podcast, but if you use the promo code BEARD20, that's BEARD20, you will help support the podcast by giving back a little bit. Also supporting a great company, great mission, and a great product while getting 20% off of anything in the store. I prefer the original and the grape flavors. I also like to mix them too, I like to mix the original and grape together. It kind of gives me like a Smarties flavor, but they do have lemon and orange as well. They are fantastic. Best of all, no sugar, no calories, and just great tastes. And great energy that comes from it, too. I do advise probably don't drink it all the time. You'll become immune to the caffeine like anything else. So I use it sparingly. I use it when I'm really dogging it out. Kind of like right now. Kind of like not sleeping for the last 2 nights due to sore throat and congestion and coughing and everything. So, but that's enough about me. This episode's being brought to you by The Bearded Detailer. Head on over to thebeardeddetailer.com for all your automotive detailing solutions. And while you're on there, you can use the promo code TOH10. You'll get 10% off your order. You can order things like cleaning supplies, Laminex films, OEM maintenance and repair parts. You can also order your Tales of Honor podcast t-shirt over there, as well as the Bearded Detailer t-shirt. They are comfortable tri-blend t-shirts in stock, ready to ship. Limited supplies, limited sizes, so please be sure to get yours as soon as possible. 75% of the profits of all those orders with the promo code will be donated to the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. Now, today's episode is going to be the first of the next 2 months, will be the Korean Expedition. There are 15 recipients for the Korean Expedition, and it began on the 1st of June, 1871, when Korean shore batteries on an island called Ganghwa attacked 2 American warships. Well, the reason that these Americans were in the area was to establish relations for trade and politics, and since the dynasty was an isolationist government, the diplomatic mission was misunderstood, and it turned into an armed conflict. The fighting ended on the 3rd of July, 1871, and the U.S. had only received 3 killed in action and 10 wounded, compared to that of the Koreans, which was 243 killed and 20 captured. They refused to negotiate with the U.S. until 1882. And like I had mentioned, 15 members of the Navy and Marine Corps received the Medal of Honor for their actions during the expedition. And now, a tale of honor. Not much is known about John Andrews. His birthday, childhood, and even death are unknown. We do know that he was born in 1821, and he served in the U.S. Navy during the Korean Expedition, where his actions would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "On board the USS Benicia in action against Korean forts on 9 and 10 June 1871. Stationed at the lead in passing the forts, Andrews stood on the gunwale of the Benicia's launch, lashed to the ridge rope. He remained unflinchingly in this dangerous position and gave his soundings with coolness and accuracy under a heavy fire." And that was a tale of honor. Thank you so much for listening to Tales of Honor podcast. I know this one was short, but hey, like I've said a million times before, some people have more information than others. It's just the roll of the dice with some of these older stories. And if you like this podcast, please be sure to leave a nice review, a good rating, and tell a friend. Really, the reviews and ratings, they mean a lot. They really mean a lot to everybody. They let others know what you think about this podcast and if it's even worth their time, which, of course, you know it is. You can see more information on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and at talesofhonorpodcast.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them directly to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, I'm Christoph Ambrosch. Thanks for listening.